Now I am. Sorry about that, YouTube. All you've missed is me saying what happened last time, and considering that was yesterday for you, shouldn't have been a problem. Okay, so we are getting our armies back into their positions. I'm wondering, should we start working on a CB on the Obsidian Legion right now? I think we probably should. Because the only positive thing we have with them is the military access, which allowed us to get to this. But hopefully, if we beat them in a war, we can take the rest of this road, and then we can connect up to Sagilda's road there. So we're kind of leaving them in the caverns, but we're taking the roads. I think that's okay. We can always backfill later. The Big Blue Empire, are they centaurs? Yes, these are centaurs. Dwarves, centaurs, centaurs, ogres, dwarves. Not sure what they are. Centaurs. Hobgoblins, humans. In fact, both of these are getting quite big. We're starting to see a little bit more coalescing over here. I suspect that these guys are having time to fight each other and start actually grabbing all that territory because the commander's been so busy with me. With continual advancements of hold construction of Ovdal Kanzon, several prominent members of the more artistic community, the artists, stone carvers, and various others have brought a proposal to the forefront. They want me to spend money on building up the hold. Yeah, absolutely. Let's do it. I can get an economic idea. We are 8 years ahead of time. I think that's going to be just fine. Ooh, autonomy reduction. Yes, please. Centralization. If we centralize the states, then we'll find it easier to advance the ideas and agenda of the center over the regions. Next up is going to be land maintenance, then production efficiency and dev cost. Sweet. And the Obsidian Legion cancelled the military access themselves, which is awfully kind of them. I'm going to go with the admin power, seeing as we're trying to get ideas there. And so Gilda is now being attacked by Azra-Sur. Wow, Azra-Sur. Oh, I guess they got eaten up by Saurian. So this is definitely the era of the blobs blobbing. Myself included. So maybe we will see the rise of some potential rivalries. Blade marches, 500 development behind us. Wesdam 500, well, 600. Busalar 600. Sardassi. Where is Sardassi? Interestingly, Sarian's not even on this list. Ovdal Ludum is 8th. That's the pink. The uber defensive dwarves. They would be an interesting one to have to fight against. Because they have a lot of military bonuses. Sariander Sun Elves, yes. Am I going to save money to do the centralize the holds decision? Probably eventually. Like, I know the way that EU4 works. And you just get increasingly wealthy. Especially when you have a powerful economy like we've already established. That's just going to grow from now. Because we've still, for the most part, got level 1 buildings. Like cathedrals are now available. We should start probably thinking about where to put those. Because there are quite a few places where we would earn quite a lot of money from it. Especially Vokal Gulan, in fact. I was saving money for something. Bastions. I want to get the bastions going first. Particularly on our front lines, like here. Here. Capital will want one, but it can wait a little. Alright. Did I fix the curse? Yes, the curse is gone. Architectural development. I just spent all of that money. Our nation is currently undergoing a substantial development in architecture. Numerous monumental buildings, architectural wonders, and other constructs such as aqueducts and schools are being erected. So if I were to cancel one of these, I would actually get 100% of the investment back. So we can actually gain that cash back again. Because I think the month didn't tick over. Or something. Do the development. And yes, Diplo is very nearly at maximum, so we are going to need to spend a tiny bit of Diplo on developing our production. And there are a couple of places which would support that. Do something like that. Alright, cool. So that should also be making us even more money. Trust your neighbor. Honest administrators. Yeah, because we got no corruption. Because I fixed that. Beginning in 1640, Vern faced almost a decade of utter chaos. That's unfortunate for you. Vern, over here. I'm getting better at realizing where people are in the world. Slowly but surely. What is Cold Market? Are they gnomes? Blue Reachman. Lord Mayor Delia of the Allen. Blue Reachman. Humans. I thought Cold Market might have been gnomes or something. Oh no, I'm getting frames dropped. Have you had much loading time, chat? You know, the spinning wheel of death. I just noticed it was flickering a bit there. Who are the world powers? Them. Seems okay. No. Because it's definitely flickering for me. Well, please do tell me if it does start to happen. Like I said, it's kind of hard for me to track that while everything else is going on. The other thing I am going to do is I'm going to start Twitch Inspector going so I can just keep tabs on that in the background. Where is it? Twitch Inspector, there it is. Because every now and then it drops to 3 kilobits a second rather than the 6 it should be at. Okay, this has actually been tracking it for 20 minutes. We had a big drop about 15 minutes ago, but otherwise it's been relatively stable. Fluctuating, but... Move to EU, better internet. Oh, believe me, I will as soon as I can. Bit hard to leave the UK at the moment, seeing as everyone here is dying from COVID. Nimsgard, hot chocolate. The use of cocoa to create a hot beverage is a custom inherited from the precursor elves. While the new drink caught on quickly in some parts of the Canorian society, it has taken some time and a large amount of sugar before it reached a larger acceptance. With that sort of thing out of the way, however, the demand for chocolate is now steadily increasing in the old world. And I can get back to building the forts in all the places that I just cancelled them in. Right, let's try that again. One for you. One for you. One for you. Basically every 2 months. Every 3 months I can build 2. Cographer, Nimsgard, tea! I'll drink to that. I knew I liked Nimsgard. I knew there was a reason for it. The invention of tea is often disputed between the precursor elves and the people of Yanshan. Recently, however, its cultivation is in newly rediscovered Alantir, combined with the massive sugar plantations now found throughout the ruined isles, has led to tea increasing in popularity like never before, now being enjoyed regularly by the rich and the poor alike, and by all of the races of the world. Price of tea and sugar goes up, Nimsgard gains money and prestige. Marvellous! Well deserved too. Did I resolve the economy and debt? I did. All 14,000 ducats have been repaid. All of the corruption has been paid down. And we just gained a bunch of cores, which means that we are going to, I thought, get a bunch of railways to build, but apparently not. Well, I need to rename them regardless. We were up to here. I need to find the subscriber list that I was working from, because I would really like to get everyone with a chance of having the name appear. I've gotten through 155 in the last month. That's not bad. Zardarod. And Jotemanrod. Oops, nope. Next one. Zardarod's you. This is going to be Jotemanrod. This one's going to be Jambanerod. And then this one is going to be Ace Firechild Rod. We're getting some very interesting names from this, that's for sure. Alright, cool. And now I have this appearing on the wrong screen. Why do you do this to me, Excel? Oh, for God's sake. Sorry, it annoys me when the icon is on one monitor and then it pops up on the other. There we go, now it should be fixed. Let me just reload that so I can see it all. And there we go, that's where we are. Much better. Okay, cool. Carry on. And we are still in the process of upgrading the forts. That's not a fort, that's a regimental camp. That's a fort. Natural scientist just died. Okay, let's go and replace you first of all. All power costs sounds good. You are an amber dwarf as well. Because that's going to make development even cheaper too. And in fact, I think we can probably, certainly, get everyone to level 5 again. So that's going to be the first priority because we're getting economic ideas. Development is going to be a thing that we will be doing. Goblins are fleeing the country. Good. Let's get you upgraded first. And then we'll do the development. Although these two are both getting on a little. 4% death chance. Yeah, it's not like they're massively expensive. We can afford it. It's fine. Okay, 7 years ahead of time. Let's go and grab nationalistic enthusiasm. Especially now that it's even cheaper. The supporting of our troops is vital to national defense. With our excellent administration, we're able to secure generous discounts for our war supplies. And then finally we'll get Smithsonian economics, and then that idea group is going to be done. And are we... Yeah, we never did embrace the institution, so we probably should start thinking about saving for that too. Does the game still end in 1821? Yep. Profiteering in Tamvihar Breach. The citizens of Tamvihar Breach have grown tired of the local influence of greedy hobgoblin merchants that they claim are using unfair advantages to outcompete us. Tamvihar Breach. Protect our trade. I don't think it's one of the major production centres. Actually a little bit surprised that nobody jumped on these guys after I thrashed their armies. Oh. You're taking attrition for no real reason. Please don't. My bad. In fact, I could even have you guys just drilling. Or not. One of you at least is going to need to head over here to deal with the uprisings, and I think that's going to be you. Actually no, let's have you head over there to deal with the uprisings, then that's going to leave these 3 generals free to fight against the command. Yeah, that's going to be better. Okay, more forts. No, we have an upgrade to do. It is... no, we don't. It is actually more forts. What do we get up to? Here. Rehire the adventurers. They've retired. They retired to their farms. Remember, they got the retirement event. The establishment of a bank has given us a reputation for seriousness and reliability. It has also allowed our government a much greater flexibility in raising funds for warfare. Yeah, it has. Interest per annum or inflation reduction. I think right now inflation reduction is more useful. Oh, except for the fact that we'll have no inflation after this. In that case, I'll take the interest per annum just in case we... Nah, we'll stick with the inflation. Plus, we also got an enormous amount of money, which would actually allow us to embrace the institution. Let's get the forts going first, and then we will very seriously consider that. Alright, all the forts are now being bought. I'm just going to sort this by cost, because there are actually 3 places that we did not do. That would have been a much quicker way of doing it, rather than trying to find out exactly where they all are. And now we can afford to embrace the institution, which is going to require me to immediately grab the military power thing. So I'm actually going to hold off on that. I'm just going to keep the money until we get the last development idea. Eggkion's having a civil war. Who are our allies? Yeah, we don't have any. I think you might have talked about it before, but I had to leave. Why do you have a map setting to show unpassable territory? Might just be me, but I have a hard time to see what mountain and what's not because of it, so I wonder if there's a special reason. Why do you have a map setting to show unpassable territory? As opposed to what? Not showing it? Do you mean because it automatically fills in? Because usually I have it like this. In fact, I actually thought I turned that off before. Yeah, it's just a default thing. Oh no, there are more. No, the only... Okay, the one I was thinking of was the training uncolonized, because it used to just show uncolonized like regular map, which is really confusing. Makes it look like this. And then it's hard to see what's wasteland and what's actually colonizable. Like this bit. That's the only setting I've turned off. And now I need to remember how to do that again. Where's that message settings? Game options, video, training colonize, no. You can only turn Coloured Wasteland off from the main menu. There you go. But yeah, for the most part, like the areas which are contested, like over here, it does show the wasteland. It's just because we control all of this that it doesn't. And that I don't mind so much, because by the time you own all of this, it's less of a problem. But yes, I do definitely prefer this system. Just generally. It would also make it easier to see, like, Sariand, how big Sariand really is. Because I don't think Sariand is actually that big, because that's a wasteland, that's a wasteland, these are wastelands, that's a wasteland. Okay, onwards. Yes, I know we're getting very close to the military maxing out. We're also getting very close to admin maxing out. For the economic idea. Am I going... Hang on. Ooh, trader. I think we're going to lose like a tiny bit of military, so I'm going to need to do like military development. There we go. Hollandrod gets military development. A level 2 Amber Dwarf trader who's 50% cheaper. That's going to be incredibly cheap. You're already 48. So we'll go ahead and grab you. 249 at level 5. That's ridiculous. And he's only 30. Lovely. Okay, coring done. We're going to grab economic ideas. Bish. By opposing mercantilism and restricting the state's influence in economic matters, we shall support a free market that will increase our overall production efficiency. And we now have access to the Public Welfare Act and horse artillery, and development costs have just dropped by another 20%, because that's clearly what I needed. In the meantime, we can now get artillery combat ability, which I am definitely going to turn on, because what we obviously need is more bigger cannons. We could also get the stability cost modifier and national unrest, but I'm not too bothered by that one. And we can also make some new states. 2 of them, in fact. Please do. I somewhat doubt you can actually afford to core all of that. And we need another assembly. Did I make you into... Oh, that's second here. I haven't actually taken it yet. Ha! I had. Alright, let's sort this by development. I'm fairly sure that all of those have already been done. Silver Knight, Poet, Twitch, Mastani. Are you... Fortunately, I can't click on provinces in that mode. Mastani Rod's already done. We have a lot of parliament buildings. In that case, Benrod would be next. Which is actually one of our newest provinces. Here, have an assembly. Okay. Done. Then... I think I'm going to spend a bunch of points on developing stuff, because I might as well. These only cost 8 now. Oh dear. Well, all of these low development places can definitely get some of this military stuff going. And tax. Does fungi reduce development cost by any chance? Yes, it does. Well, that's interesting. I hadn't actually clocked that before. Okay. Still so cheap. It's got 13 development. And it still costs 13 points to develop. Oh dear. Okay. Let's just go another wave of military points into these low-cost areas then, I guess. Because, why not? And in fact, the places that I should really be doing it in is the livestock. Fungi, I'm guessing that fungi is a manpower building place. Grain, fish, livestock, wine, and fungi. So fungus definitely is where we want the military points. Because that's where all the manpower is going to come from. And the livestock. Livestock. That'll do for now. Marvellous. Star forts being finished. How many do we have still to go? Quite a few. Now, how strong is the command feeling right now? 106,000 standing army, 205,000 manpower. They're at Miltech 16, 3 behind me, almost 4. And at that point I get the swivel cannon as well. These definitely are the glory days for artillery. Will I be finishing the mission tree now? Not on purpose, because I still maintain that... So, all the areas which are fungi, which I've been doing, have been roads, because the roads are relatively cheap to develop. The problem is the caverns. The caverns still have a plus 80% development cost markup, and it's caverns that I need to develop as part of the mission tree. It's just not economical. But then again, I think I really need to care about that anymore. Like, we're so ridiculously strong anyway. We've now definitely eclipsed the command. So what is it I would need to do? All of these need to be at least Dev 6. Six. That already was. 6. In fact, a lot of these were pretty much there already. Oops, one too many. Which was the gold mine? Peridot Keep. I'm gonna actually invest a little bit more in you. I think that's all of them. Oh, and they also all have to have a workshop. Or a counting house. Fine, you can have workshops.